100% factual.
Factual.
That were not necessary. Completely 150 million percent not necessary. There were people, no disrespect to anybody, but be honest, insignificant people who knew nothing about war, knew nothing about why the war came, but because they were empowered with weapons and with authority by warlords, went all out
And murder people.
and murder people,
Massacre.
massacre people on personal aggrandizement. But I gave you examples before. I gave Liberia example. I gave the world example of so many instances of mayhem. The war and economic crime code.
Let me tell you.
Very prudent, necessary to go on here.
But let me say this. When you talk about war and economic crime court, one person name stands out.
Who is that?
The Senator Prince Johnson.
Yeah.
Why is his name standing out when we all know that there were many people that the war crime court people found liable or guilty?
Yeah.
Why is his name still picking number one?
His name is picking up as number one for two purposes. First purpose, Prince Johnson was the second rebel leader in Liberia.
Who was the first?
Charles Taylor.
Okay.
The second rebel leader in Liberia was Prince Johnson when the war was less than 3 months old. Prince Johnson broke away from the National Patriotic Front in Tiapley, Nimba County, in 1990. Somewhere around March, or February, March, 1990. I don't remember specific the month. But the war was about 2.5 to 3 months old when Prince Johnson broke away from the National Patriotic Front and formed the Independent National Patriotic Front. 1. 2. Because of his status in society and his prominence as a senator, your name will always be your training for your status alone.
So do we equate it to the nuns?
No,
No, the nuns were not executed by the IMPFL. The nuns were executed by a general from the National Patriotic Front in October of 1992, a general called Christopher Vamu, or Elias or Mosquito. Yes, in the Ghana's area.
And to be exact, right at the
FPRC, the FPRC junction.
FPRC junction. But then they do not have a place at the back of the Dewu
Yeah,
Garage.
Dewu Garage. Yeah. And those nuns were executed, 5 Catholic nuns, American citizens. If you ever heard about Sher Krishna, an Indian lady, Indian American lady, she was killed at the Stockton Creek Bridge, and that was done by Prince Johnson. Different story, different day. But for the nuns, no, it was
Wow.
It was for the nuns, it was the MPFL.
and one of the
General
things,
Christopher Vamu, Mosquito.
and one of the things, Blue and Grandpa, is that I feel that, I come from the background of he who has clear conscience fears no accusation or allegation.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Senator Johnson, because of the role that he played in the civil crisis, I can contend that he feels guilty. And because of his prominence, like my grandpa said, he feels that he's targeted, but that is not the situation in a way. All the people are yearning for is justice. There's absolutely no reconciliation without justice. No true healing can take place
Must be
without
retribution.
justice. Now, if you look at the sequence of events as outlined by the TRC report, before me here you'll see they say catalog of selective human rights violations over the period 1979 to 2003, mostly documented by some TRC sources.
All right.
You will find out that they have cataloged series or sequence of events. And in that report, you will see that most of the occurrences that occur during the civil crisis, especially as related to the time
To the war.
specified,
Yeah.
you will find out that most of the atrocities were committed by forces loyal to Senator Johnson
Yes.
and former President Charles
That's true,
Kange
yes,
Taylor.
yes.
And Charles Taylor is not here. I'm coming because Charles Taylor is not here. And like Pam said, he's the second. So from Charles Taylor, who is not here, of course he takes the next
Yeah,
step.
you the next man.
So if he's a friend, he intimidates them.
You the
At
next
the end
man.
of the day,
Enough of we one thing.
at the end of the day, Prince Johnson feels that whenever they mention the issue of war and economy, for me, I don't want to go or delve into the issue of economy.
No,
crimes. I
myself,
want to talk
Why
about
the
war
Prince Johnson
crimes.
go there and get acquitted?
But why you go face that
thing?
thing?
It's now commercial.
So there's something that you need
It's
to
a
know.
trial.
Uh-huh.
Johnson needs mention. Prince Johnson was the one who killed Sama Kennedy.
Right.
So you know
Publicly.
he knows
Publicly.
Alright.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
smoking, brother.
And the irony is when you look at the recommendation,
Let me-
when you look at the recommendation for people
Let-
who
let-
bear the
let me-
greatest consequences
Yeah.
of the war,
Yeah.
number one.
For Blue,
Let me.
I'm going to give you more examples.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to give you more examples.
Yeah.
You guys waiting for the inauguration of our president.
Right.
Smiley dress up on. Because it's DJ Blue. Everybody, oh, DJ Blue. DJ
Yeah,
Blue, DJ
yeah,
Blue.
yeah. It's trying to verify you.
That the main man there. Prince Johnson has
All right.
rebel group.
Now the reason why I'm saying
Formidable
this,
rebel foes.
the reason why I'm saying this is because one economic crime code coming at this time for which reason? Is it because of the nuns?
No.
No. No.
But now you
for
talk
me,
about almost, you talk about over
Blue.
500,000 that brave people lost their lives
Yeah.
innocently.
America always come back. Now, okay.
Am I
So
not telling you about their own weather?
I did my own research and this is let me share this with you. We go listen. This is very important.
Yeah.
Freetown, Sierra Leone. There was over 100 people recommended, but that whole war economic crime code in Sierra Leone, I think it only took 2 or 3 people.
Okay.
We see plenty of names there that the corporate say living here with us.
Yeah.
Some of them in capital buildings, some of them owning high
All
positions in
around
government.
here. I know them.
Some of them all around here. So, will this war and economic crime court do justice without form of favor?
Yes,
Or
yeah.
when they leave, we say have people where somebody can point to and say, "Oh, that man came in Buchanan also so there."
But there are two things here. Let's remove the economic crime. Let's speak about the military atrocities.
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about the military atrocity. I don't want to delve into economic crime because economic crime is all about
Union.
innocent or dead proven guilty. You understand me? But there are hundreds or thousands of witnesses that can pinpoint to you and say this man did this at this particular time. And I get though there are so many. I had a list. Sorry that my divine God was stolen. I had a list of 98 names. You understand me? With the crown attached. Okay? With the crown attached, you put your name there, John Brown, then your crown attached. John, and out of those 98, I counted. 53 of those 98, they are living. 53 of that 98 are living. And the War Economic Crime Code is not going to be so horrid code. No. Or for one administration. No. They will gradually but steadily invite each and every one of the living being, the person of those people,
And
one
teach
by
them.
one. And they will go through the legal process where if you don't have lawyer, they will find lawyer for
Exactly.
you. Exactly. You have so many of them. So many of them.
Wow.
Okay? You got so many living around here. You got people like Reginald Balloon. You got people like Friday Quibuga. They are alive. You got Christopher Vamos. He's alive. You got Emmanuel Stepping.
Friday Quibuga.
He's living. You got men like
the
Fasu.
what?
You got men like Matt Tyson.
The demonstrator?
Demonstrator. Emmanuel Stepping. Demonstrator. He was in number 3 or wisdom and all the things. But you know, as you ask me, I will follow more and give you information on the guy. You talk about Fasu, busy, Equalizer. You talk about Matt Tyson. You talk about Mark Guan. All the guys are living.
But
Man, when I still living, in fact, Blue,
Mm-hmm.
the day of you guys taking over, the day of your induction at the Capitol, Magwan was there and he and somebody had confrontation. And can you imagine he still carried this mentality of brutality? I'll be very frank with you. And when you guys went into the hall, when you got marched, all right, to go to session and then to be inducted into office to go for the speaker elections, he and somebody had a confrontation. Yeah, and you're still threatening the person. You know me. So these are the simple reasons why we should have this war crimes code. For me, I look at it as a war crimes code. Okay, so, because if you come into the economic crimes code aspect, it's going to drag.
It will drag.
It's going to drag.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you, Pop.
Quick.
But you know, my thing is, the defendant can't try and get convicted. Will a court setting begin in Liberia or in foreign?
Well, but I cannot deceive it that brother tell them what is going to be the final, the grand finale of whatever decision the court comes up with regard to whoever is found to be the culprit. But one thing I know for sure, these people who have been alleged or accused of these crimes will have to have their day in court.
Certainly.
They will have to have a day in court. They will have to tell the people in the whole world that yes, I did it or no, I didn't do it. If you didn't do it, how come or the other family died to Hindi crossing? How can they kill the other family in Tomonboy? What happened to the other family in Mowe?
But Henry, let me let you know. Let me let those something. We go. Let me let Pops and Henry know something. The American man will never call for court until he has ample witnesses.
Exactly.
And evidences. Now, and I just want to come. Okay, the reason why you see Prince Johnson and the people get panic, let me just give you, according to the TRC report, most notorious perpetrators, name, violations. If you see name number 1 is Prince Y. Johnson. Now, listen to the violation: killing, extortion, massacre, destruction of property, forced recruitment, assault, abduction, torture, forced labor, rape. These are the alleged crimes, according to the TRC report.
Right.
And
so the TRC report is going to
every year something like
the TRC report is going to be the yardstick measure.
It will be, and that's why they didn't understand, because you know most of them that went to the TRC and explained what went on.
Yeah.
They thought that it was the TRC was the end of everything. You know, let me just go back some years back.
Yeah, Grandpa.
Right? Let me rewind something here. When the PRC.
The
PRC.
People Redemption Council. Okay, sorry.
When they were being pressured by the international community, specifically the U.S. government.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there you go. Specifically the U.S. government, you know what one of the conditions was to go back to return to the barrack and turn that bureau to civilian rule and hearing. You know what they say? Mm-hmm. They say we will be all charges against us for killing William Albert Tobo and the 13 men plus the 26 military people.
They declare immunity for themselves.
They y'all had to declare immunity for all and Amber State and all those things, and nothing will happen. Then you almost get each person $65,000 will return to the barrel. We go hear the loud one.
Yeah, look at
economic ground. 65G will go back to the barrel.
So listen, Blue, 1 minute and Grandpa. Okay, if you see, they say the most notorious perpetrators name and like I said, the crime that they committed. Now, number one is Prince White Johnson. Second is Moses Z. Black, deceased. You got number 3, William Sumo. I don't know whether he's living or not.
Where's the David?
Sion.
Messiah Sion, yeah.
Yeah. John Brito.
John who?
John Brito. Paulson Carter.
Paulson Carter, yeah.
Paulson Carter alias General Satan. Tell me. General
Satan, Paulson
Yeah,
Carter.
Paulson Zor.
Yeah,
Joseph
General Zor
Peña.
is living.
Matthias Pere. General Lawrence Guanu.
Laurent Guano.
Yeah.
Tell me, Morgan
Soup
Twist.
Jonathan Barney.
General Bunny. Yeah. Yeah, General Bunny.
General
Yeah.
Barney.
Yeah. Hey, Jackie.
Abba Suma.
Yeah, I was assuming.
General Samson.
General Sansing.
Christopher Vamo. alias
Mosquito.
General Mosquito.
Yeah, call me Nigella.
Colonel Joloka.
Jurokai. Jurokai,
Yeah.
ABC
Prince
beginning.
Damwe.
Yeah, ABC.
Pat.
Those
Brian
are those
Kennedy.
those are who
Those
now?
are the people who bear the greatest responsibility as on the category.
That Kennedy guy.
Yeah.
Perpetrator.
Okay, keep calling names.
Yeah, now, if you see General Gade, alias General
Paulson
Seton,
Gate,
yeah,
yeah.
Paulson Gade, massacre.
Abraham Picasso.
Listen to the crimes committed. Massacre, torture, extortion.
Yeah.
Yes.
What the hell would extortion?
Paulson
Yeah,
Gade,
start.
yeah.
Boy, wait. Oh, boy. Look.
So
Yeah,
some of the people that you see murder and rape, torture, but Prince Johnson get killing 1, extortion 2, massacre 3, destruction of property 4, forced labor 5,
Yeah.
forced recruitment 6,
Yeah.
assault 7,
Assault.
extortion 8,
Abduction.
torture 9, forced labor, forced labor, rape 10.
Ten
So
count.
why you
Prince
not
Johnson
worried?
Prince Johnson
Why you not worried?
Hold on.
when it's about war?
Hold on. Let me just say something, Pop, and agree or disagree. Do agree with me. Prince Johnson, by yeah, made the poor case easy for him. They elect him up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know
But-
he didn't think that today or then. I mean, he did everything is documented right there.
Very documented, you know. And you know,
Let me tell you something.
So
Let me tell you something. Hold
my
on.
question
I-
is blue in the
hold
back.
on, coming. I used to be very sympathetic with Prince Johnson until
But
I
you were
saw how he behaved to Walter Allison. on
we
the
still
video.
have a video here.
I still have the video. Prince Johnson is a wicked son of a bitch.
Damn it.
Maybe he old now, he not cool down now.
No,
you
nobody
know,
cool down.
You know,
brother.
age
was
can.
way.
I
Wicked man is
saw,
always a wicked
I
man.
saw that man. I saw that man treating
Angeline
former
Walter
chief-
Allison.
Angeline Walter Allison, the man's wife.
Grady Allison Webb.
Grady Allison wife. I
Major
saw-
General Allison Webb.
I'm looking at this guy, and I'm saying to myself, in the Congo thing we say, some bitch,
Yeah.
some bitch. The man putting slap in the woman's ear,
Insulting her.
insulting her, cursing all her honor part. I send it to the police like that.
For us. For us, because you were living here. Occupy the woman.
News that they had incarcerated her. And after she was free, she walked from Post
So
Tackett
post all the way to Cowell.
to Carwell to her house. When she reached
You
her
didn't even
house,
know.
the white Prince Johnson and people didn't want to. And she shouted, "You're in my house, so they put in, they did that," and then the soldier took her and carried her to Prince Johnson base.
Get up, mayor compound.
And he
The boundary
humiliated.
between District 15
I don't know that woman from nowhere, but he humiliated that woman.
And they end up killing her. That the final Madison.
Later on,
Final
they
Madison.
end up murdering her, and I think that yes,
So yeah is a cash.
He gave order to two papa.
Yeah.
To Baba.
He gave order to two papa to execute the woman.
I had two of us saying she watched.
To Baba, yeah.
So my take is, the guys want to buy sentiment.
No.
And that is
They
where I got problem with.
It's
Now, the revolution,
It's not-
we understand, Blue, we understand that our country was at a crossroad.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there was a divide. We accept it.
Still it's a divide.
There's still a divide, exactly. But you brought a revolution. That did not call for you to go and gruesomely murder people and think that, oh, because you brought a revolution, you want, okay, let's soon come on people rooting on this and that. Did not call for you to call your fellow native men and kill them. I was a kid. I can remember, I can still recall that there was a place in Booming. I can still recall. I don't know the exact place because I was a little boy.
We go on Child Sawyer. We go on Child Sawyer.
No, we go on Child Sawyer.
I was.
You remember what Child Sawyer? That was Child Sawyer you looking at?
I was a child soldier.
So in Booming, for the first time I think I'm telling you, I don't know why I taught my brother, but there was a place that we reached because my mom, we from Lofa, and they were like, we're walking to go Lofa, and there was a place where there was a line. They say they will come to the line. It was like a death squat, yeah. And when you see people, they come and say, y'all go upstairs. Y'all go like an upstairs building. You watch out. And then speak your daddy. And then when they call you up, when you go, I say, we just used to see blood rolling. We just see people. And I can just assume because apparently they were just killing people. I was picking baby, maybe around 2 years, 3 years. But I will still remember. For me, I grew up, I was very small, but I still really remember. My mom was going, they asked my mom, say, I'm a lawman. He said, speak a lawman. She spoke a lawman. He said, oh, y'all go. But when you say Manigo, when you say Congo, damn it. They will just cut me, and people are just crying. You just see the gap bring people severe hair.
In the war, I was in the 6th grade. By then, I was hoping to pass to the 7th grade to start wearing long trousers. So I still have my 6th grade card. And then as a 6th grade student,
talking to Mike, my man. We're not hearing that mic not connected.
okay, let me use that one.
That one.
Okay, 1990, I was in the 6th grade. And then about then, when you in the 6th grade, you move for your long trousers.
You want to go 7th grade?
Yeah, Papa, to tell you that the war was very senseless. Those days, our parents used to wear socks, those Bellington socks.
Yeah.
People were executed for wearing socks.
You know how many people die for socks, man?
And I'm telling you, as soon as they see you, they tell you, say, roll your trousers left up.
Yeah.
You know when you wear socks, and I'm now wearing those tin socks, the ankle socks, man. Yeah, our parents then wore those socks regularly to go to work. So people were executed by wearing socks. To tell you how people were very ignorant.
Can I just tell you something here?
Yeah, go ahead, Pop.
I want you to understand something. Why sometimes I sit down and say the war and economic crime code should happen?
Right.
Especially the war.
Yeah.
Retribution.
Precedent needs to be set.
Let me tell you something. In 1990, when Buchanan fell, the MPFL second highest priority, or not second highest, the MPFL priority was for Buchanan to get into the hands, to the grasp, because they knew that if they took Buchanan, Monrovia, that orange juice, they would drink it. You understand?
Militarily
speaking, Davinto. But now, what I'm going to say today,
yeah, Freddy.
What I'm going to say today,
what you mean Davinto?
You will either respect me from today, if you never respected me before.
Yeah.
You respect me today, or you will never respect me anymore.
Yeah.
Because people will call this show.
Yeah, Freddy, Davinto.
Sweet. Piece of cake.
Sweet.
The MPFL came through number 4 from Mohwe, B, Nyomben, into
Buchanan, Russell way.
Cross over. They enter into number 3 from right on the highway from St. John.
Yeah, St. John.
They enter into number 3.
Compound 3.
Way zone. They enter Way zone. They enter Sian. They enter Lac. You understand me? Leading the operation that was John Grube, Special Force John Grube, that Special Force Copper William, that Special Force Edward Mlen, that Special Force Edmund Glade Johnson, that Special Force or Augustine Way, that Special Force Philip Sanga, that Special Force Boubacar Kukasanya and Dr. Manning. They got enter Lac. From Lac, they got moved into Buchanan.
Johnson Lehman was there?
Johnson T.B. Lehman.
Yeah.
They seen Ziza Massa. They were the highest among the junior commando.
And Johnson Lehman, when you see those days, you're just thinking about blue.
Yeah. See about everything, but forget it. Extremely tactical.
Yeah.
Johnson Lehman. Then the junior commando, then they had the Rebel Mali, that Ziza Maza.
Rebel who?
Rebel Mali.
So,
he becoming the training commandant of Pazozi. I call Ewamlen, right?
Karika came from there?
Karika was in beginning, and then Karika as civilian. I'm coming to tell you something. When Prince Kuiwongba, the younger brother of the late Thomas G. Kuiwongba, one man, one pa. Yes. When a guy entered Buchanan, May 19, 1990, Saturday, Colonel Aberton ran for their lives. But Aberton still died. Jerome Moses Craig then, other than they try to give you. Buchanan fell May 19, 1990. May 26, the AFL reinforcement came back. They swept MPFL out of Buchanan again. MPFL took Buchanan on the 27th, one day after. But another MPFL was MPFL. And then
Charles was in Banga.
No, wait a minute. Chadra said in ball play. Chadra in ball play. Nima.
Papa, Blue carry commercial there.
Chadra in ball play. The thing I'm telling you, I'm telling you,
I know ball play.
What is ball play?
Ball play is in Nima. You from ball play
district.
Yes.
Pass.
You inside Nima in Gio.
No, Gio region.
In Gio region now.
Blue. There are two ways to go.
Tapeta.
No, yeah, there are two ways to go. No, you got two ways to go ball play. You pass through Gray, get to Western,
yeah,
and go to Demplay. From Demplay, you go straight ball play. From there, from Demplay, you get a central point of Demplay. From Demplay, you can also go Butuo.
For Blue,
and go Coffee Gray. Yeah.
I took commercial there many times, Chief.
Ball play is a very good town. I've been
that where MPFL means.
Yeah, it's a big town.
I come and tell you, I want to get some near the walk around Copenhagen. That way you
go ahead, pa.
Edmund Glade Johnson, who was military advisor at the time the child said, okay, I forgot to call one name. Two special for the name. The late Prince Barclay and a special force by the name of Say Boyu. I think he's in the U.S. now. He was one of the youngest. He been when you attend. They were the picking in MPF. Special forces.
Okay, apart 1 minute. Your man Prince Barclay. He's not a no person. Listen now. Massacre. He crime now. Massacre. Cannibalism. Torture. And
so
killings.
Cannibalism, when I eat him on me?
Yeah, eat him on me. Yeah.
Papa, go ahead. I don't want to disturb you.
So they get to Buchanan, and Buchanan is infested with special forces.
Yes.
But Edmund Johnson, who is the highest ranking, I don't want to say rank, because MPFL had no rank, but like the top brass status of the special forces, declared that no looting. No looting. Edmund Glade Johnson. Guess what? Edmund Johnson was set up by his own friendly forces. Edmund Johnson was ambushed around the Benson River. You see where Yomli Kanga House is?
Yeah.
And the protein house is? Right in that same area. That time I opened up the bush. They ambushed Edmund Johnson. Edmund Johnson died along with 6 bodyguards, but they killed almost 31 of the people who were ambushing. That's how they got to know that they were friendly forces. But Charles Taylor, wherever he is, there's an open secret, knows about Edmund Johnson's death. War crimes court. will have to come here. John Grugbe knows about it. Augustine Way knows about it. Or Prince Bagley knows about it. Guess what? All the people got it. Na me.
What than that?
Na me. The da over there.
How about Paul?
Oh?
Paul.
That the boy and so your man. But at the time I'm telling you about, but I'm talking about 1990. I'm talking about the genesis of the revolution. Let people call me right now.
Blue.
So TKB now.
Blue.
No.
Blue. Blue.
War coming.
Listen to me. Blue, can you listen to me?
Yeah.
Can you listen to me?
Yes,
That's the reason you see I'm not afraid of ball. You know why? You see on top of ball? You know the reason I'm not afraid of ball? Because I picky, I saw border that was Ida who volunteer.
Yeah,
Ida who volunteer.
What is Ida?
That training man, the voluntary to go fight for AFL. So I put who volunteer and later on they surrounded with picking and we saw them surrounding. So when you were there, I'm not afraid of him because I said, but let me not catch you copy?
Yeah.
So all that thing you are doing, TKP, I saw you, I'm picking, but I read where they kind of playing those. So later when he start reading, I'm not afraid of him. Oh, but I saw you come up, probably then play you low.
I do it before you do.
You understand? Now what you see, we're having a church program, you were there misbehaving. I think in Koyo, I told him, I'm not afraid of you. Because I saw him was in a prime. I begin, the older one came out, the smaller one will remember you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I give you call.
Freshie.
Yeah, the thing Pape talking about, I mean who Pape there. That same group from Buchanan, they went straight to Ramos Sport, they eat Ramos Sport, get egg and bread.
That group take Ramos Sport with all noise.
Nobody. That same group.
And you know who train that group? You know who carry that group?
Yeah.
That Raul Mali, C.O. Mali. Raul Mali train no man went past Zozi and Mali.
When you say Raul Mali, the Bob Mali?
Like, as in Mali, Bob Mali was a dreadlock. He's still living.
And Blue, that same group. Blue.
Yeah.
Papi boy, I pick up draw.
That same group, a Tottenham bird. That same group, a Tottenham bird, and Mipa. Nobody facing them.
But brother Karika there.
So we begin there.
My why is so powerful they can fight?
No, Blue, at that time, the name of the rebels, when you hear you saw your man, you run away. Everything they put capturing area. Blue, we were at Chikizu factory. They made cross that double bridge. The first thing they post Stephen Topper Estate Cinema on fire to tell the place we here.
Yeah, and that cinema belong to Jane Negro.
Yeah, they put the cinema on fire. They walk from over there. They came as far as Chikizu factory in Barnesville Junction. The only play they never attempted with what that play again. What they call Cassidy Boulevard. It was Ken Renraw. 72nd Barry. No rebel went there.
All that there. You can try it, man.
No rebel went there.
General Jolly was over there.
Remain there. Told that they retreated. They went or shuffling.
Yeah.
They link up with the men and they pass through the savannah.
But you know the boy getting ammunition.
Rebel were all the way to relay for 72nd. Rebel not there.
You know the boy getting ammunition.
Rebel to Chigotown. For Rebel not to 72nd. Rebel right there, where you get TB and a Rebel there, but 72nd, that Barry, no Rebel passed there. The Soya themselves retreated from there.
General Jolly.
No Rebel went there. Rebel takes Steventon as a two everywhere, but not 72nd Barry. It was Camp Rainrow Blue. The men battled there.
That's the name.
Camp Rainrow. That's 72nd when you see what Camp Rainrow.
American.
They walked from there through the savannah and they went back shuffling.
And just to corroborate some of the
things. And we don't forget, one group went to the swan and went Matadi.
That the Pap, you see, that one thing I got high respect for the Pap. Everything that Pap is documented. One thing the Pap said, General Mata Singh. Killing, torture.
Yeah. Mata Singh.
Yes.
In Kagata, Mata
Singh. J. Apollo Swain.
LPC.
LPC. Yes, LPC I got here.
Okay.
LPC here. Killing. and extortion.
And you start right there. Stay to that list.
General Ofori Dia.
Iron
jacket.
Iran Comatan, yeah. Ofori Dia.
Iron jacket.
I won't be calling that the location too.
Forced labor, massacre, torture, and arson.
Iron jacket.
The reason why I'm going through some of these things is because the Pap have said these things over the years.
Oh, but I might step in demonstrator.
With a wisdom.
Damn it.
And one thing he said, I'm his grandson. One thing he advised me every now and then, he said, Henry, it was necessary for a revolution, but not this kind of a revolution.
But I put too much, man.
To kill your fellow citizens.
But I got to hold him, man.
Yeah.
I'm in a Chinese job. Man, Kuku Dennis, you know.
Kuku Dennis, West. I got it,
yeah. Kuku Dennis?
Oh, you Kuku Dennis.
But I don't know Kuku Dennis. I don't know hold Chinese job. Friday Kubuga. I don't know who. Loba Chinese job. Loba Kuku Dennis. In Loba today, you see Friday Kubuga.
Yes.
Chinese job.
Yeah.
Kill people.
And Loba Emmanuel step in the demonstrator. We over Magwan. We over Fasu. Busy. Equalizer. And all the things. And Jonathan Vamo, he died on fucking Nedic.
Who did it? General Gonda.
General Gonda, Reginald Balloon. Look at him. Reginald Balloon.
Massacre, killing,
Yeah.
forced labor, cannibalism.
I can sing the song that the Bible made for him.
Let me
He
hear.
and Kofi.
Yeah.
He and Kofi. He say, in the morning, I play with Tumba.
In the evening, I play with Tumba.
You with it, ya gange say there on you. Say, ajuwere wo, ego mogba vuwo kon kerenti yo, yo with it, ya.
Carry the daughter in the walk.
They gotta go. But I'm going to talk about Pakanga. I never saw any on that list.
No, I don't know. Probably I need to go all the research.
You ever have Sonny see you? You ever hear me when I'm in Pakanga?
Pape,
You ever have Sonny see
Blue,
you?
before you go, please talk about Jessica and that lookout son, please.
Yeah. Of course, we're getting into it.
Brother?
We're getting that shortly.
But so in actuality, Blue, there's a need for the establishment of the war.
But nobody we hunting nobody.
For
here.
me, there's a political gimmick when it comes to the economic aspect.
But they can play all the game they want.
Yeah, but because the economic aspect is not defined.
Let me say this.
No, economic aspect get more talking, more talking.
And-
But Walker,
And I think if you put the economic aspect, we'll be dragging. We'll get no result.
Walker.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
And I'm talking from a legislative and a lawmaker standpoint.
yeah.
At the 55th National Legislature.
If you think that the Grand Poobah
Man, we didn't grandpa.
don't have no interest in the establishment of the War and Economic Crime Court in Liberia, and if the Grand Poobah
Who that Sogo?
are coming, I will tell you who the Grand Poobah is, and if the Grand Poobah is not in no way controlling everything about the War Crime Court, if you think the Grand Poobah is not the instigator, and if you think the Grand Poobah will not make sure that this court is established, the culprits are judged, and a verdict rendered and passed, and the culprits are given the just sentences, then you must be mistaken. Because the Grand Poobah citizen holds them in great esteem. The Grand Poobah never forgets about their citizens.
Exactly.
Those nuns, and I'm being very, 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 very clear.
Catherine Maguire from the
Those
Catholic
nuns,
Church.
the Catholic organization,
Yes. The Holy
has
Roman
been
Catholic Church.
putting pressure on the Grand Poobah to put culprits to justice for killing those nuns, because
Innocent
the family
nuns.
of those nuns are still alive and they are keep asking for justice. And especially when they know that culprits of the death,
the perpetrators
are still alive.
And in the corridors
Yes.
of power.
In the corridor of power. They see it as a slap
As an
in the
affront.
face. The Grand Poobah I'm talking about, it's the United States of America. Heron Costa, in pre-election dialectics,
So.
almost prophesied.
The war gonna go?
No. Almost prophesied
What was going to happen?
everything that is
Currently
happening today.
Yeah, yeah. Because
In his prophecy,
is a genius.
in his own known prophecy, he said that Prince Johnson, and he was talking to Prince Johnson, he said, Prince Johnson, if I were you,
Yes.
I will pray
And
to
support
God
Just
that we are wins. Because in any instance, we are don't win. The first order of the day will be the establishment of the War and Economic Crime Court, and you will be the
the
focus.
first sacrificial lamb.
And it's not, no, listen, he's not a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a
yeah,
culprit.
yeah, exactly. Number one.
You did the crime, you must do your time. And but I'm just saying, I'm not saying it against. I'm not being political about this. I'm talking reality. And he said, when the United States knock on the door, you see, Joe Weah is a kind of guy that get loyalty. Joe Weah is not a politician. Joe Weah is an ordinary citizen.
You are so hard.
So when he look at him, man, my man's father help me, Prince Joseph help me about. No, I can't do it. And he would dodge America, he would dodge here like he did for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
But
In use
He would
what we call terrain management.
that terrible man, he
techniques.
dodge here,
Tactical precision.
juju.
But compromising the progress of the nation.
Uh-huh.
But let me get this
That's why he
something.
did.
Let me get this something
That's
right.
what he did.
Hey, Grandpa,
Hold on, come
Grandpa,
here,
you too
Papi.
smart.
Papi, let me talk now. I'm Papi. And and in so doing, he compromised the progress. I'm talking as a CDC
Yes.
lawmaker.
As a sedition.
And that is one thing.
And the national chairman of the People's Liberation Party.
Absolutely. That is one thing the president did I was not in favor of. If he did it, if he compromised the progress of a nation by stifling the establishment of the War and Economic Crime Court,
So,
that was a very, 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 very wrong decision of the past
it was a
administration.
grievous mistake.
But Joe Boyka knows better. Well, you see, they got a parable. When the deer ready to die, you can't even hear the whistle of the hunter.
Exactly.
Prince Johnson and all the other corporates, through some divine intervention, knew that Boyka was a no-nonsense puppy. Get that ending.
If I possible,
That America look at, we need Taylor. If you don't turn Taylor, oh, you got to sign that paper. No, you got to.
And it's a yo.
Just like Boyka saying, yeah, I'll take this man for the country to go forward. It's not only good for the administration, it's good for Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
That culture of impunity.
Gotta stop.
Where you got foolish men of butt naked still influencing an election. Even my colleague, Yeke Koluba, SOD. I can tell you, Yeke, I told Yeke, you are a very foolish man. I can tell you in your face.
But you get Nina over there.
No, you're
No,
not there.
no,
I'm not seeing it yet.
Yeah, boy, Nina there.
All of them.
SOD,
That carry
National Police now.
that carry mayhem in this country must face and have no right to execute and kill another Liberian. I have no rights.
And let me just tap something off the yo.
Yeah.
Papi, I come in.
Yeah,
I have no right to look at a whole village and burn it.
Mm-hmm.
I have no right.
But you know what arson
Genocide.
is? You know the crime arson. First,
Yeah.
arson. You kill nobody. You're going to burn all the houses. You kill nobody. You just burn all the
But
houses.
it
The charge
more
they
than
on you is more than murder. Yeah, the property, you burn everything. But let me just say something to you here. And y'all will judge.
The last one I thought.
Yeah, man.
I look at some citizens at the bridge that separates Margibi from Bond County, and it tells me, I think I'm cuckoo Dennis that.
Bella,
Around Wella.
Wella Bridge.
Yeah. How they were bombing the bridge.
Now, that uncle then that Waisab and John Richardson.
Yes.
Waisab and John T. Richardson.
Why? I think White Side mean there.
Waisab
Yeah.
on the list. Yeah,
Look.
Waisab.
Look.
Yellow
Look.
color guy.
Who gave you
Mama
the
Chot.
authority to look at a bridge that is the economic hub
connects. Yeah,
that
that
connects
Yeah, the bridge.
people in communities.
and you decide because
But
of
if
war,
the other option that is same
because
thing,
of war,
yeah,
you
the
decide to put S4 detonators on it and
So my
destroy
thinking
it.
was blue and pap. What did that have to do with the revolution?
Stop, brother. Me go wait.
Right,
Me go wait.
yeah.
Small, I beg you. Now, let me tell you why
Good
it
question.
happened. Let
Good
me tell you
question.
why. Good, very good question.
Thank you.
On December 2nd, 1992, on December 2nd, I hope people listening, because I won't call the call.
Yeah, what the
December 2nd,
infrastructures.
on a Sunday, December
How to do
2nd,
it.
1992, all over it, so it will be on Sunday, December 2nd. So it will be on Sunday. Ulimoke attacked the MPFL, who were in control of Kakata,
Kakata.
by way of
Cat City.
Hendy bombers. You
Yeah.
understand me?
Yeah. Coming through
Eco-
compound one. Compound.
Ecomog at the time. Ecomog has started to bombard also. Ecomog and Ulimo K, they can add their brother and sister. The international peacekeeper, they were fighting along with Rebel Group. Yeah, we go there, you know about it.
Yeah.
Rebel Group can be happy now. They can be fighting Vienna. Waisab, Charles Bray, John T. Richardson, the local A, they say, but the only thing that can slow the men movement, to slow their vehicular movement, their vehicular movement, is to damage the bridge. Because if the bridge damage, you understand, to move basically low, we got basically low army ammunition, militarily speaking.
Basic logistics.
Basically low, to move a basically low, if you break the bridge, they will not cross easily. Nigeria, man, can't come from Nigeria, be throwing ammunition back when you should know, you know, that's anything the Egomor employ him for. You understand me? So that's why that bridge was destroyed. The first attack.
What's about the Hajo?
That Prince Johnson do that one. Prince Johnson, IMPF now, you see why all the men need in front?
Prince Johnson killed Larry
You see why all the men
Larry
need
Botte?
Larry Botte, yeah. Oh, yes. Kill Larry Botte, CEO.
So,
of
let
to come
me
to
get
Rama.
your phone, pap.
Hold on. And the thing about Prince Johnson, Pape, Prince Johnson will know Aaron Clinton, George Okoye, Bernard Lopez, and kill you. You went to Borough to visit one of his friends.
Killed Tillman Gardner.
Yeah, right.
Dubaro, Minister of National Security.
Right there to
Right through Evan
Johnson there. They put call for him and he executed the people. Prince Johnson killed people he knew because Prince Johnson
killed the family.
Prince Johnson was in the armed forces of Liberia, so he know
He
all of
know
those
all the
officials
good
there.
people.
He had a color relationship with them. They know him well. But the man killed Sava Pape now.
Yeah.
He killed Scott.
He killed Scott.
Eric Scott.
So Prince Johnson
13.
executed people he knew.
He killed Roosevelt Sabe. He killed Fred J. Blake.
Yes.
I don't want y'all to use
So
the word kill.
What was it?
Murder.
He murdered.
Oh,
He
murdered.
murdered because those people are helpless. So
Murder stopping. What were a G?
Yeah.
Murdered.
So the thing was easy. People went to a base because they knew him. He said, "Oh, let's go to Blue." Yeah.
Oh,
Do you know what you skill?
Yeah.
You know
I know, man. Me go there.
You skill when me and you fighting. You get gone, I get gone. I managed to kill you, I kill you.
Okay. So he murdered.
But then, no resistance.
You got help them and you murder.
Executed people he knew. People went to him because they knew him.
Robert.
But listen, according to some people who are over taking the I know what taking the Wait now, brother. He killed. He murdered.
Yeah.
He murdered Larry Botte.
Yeah.
He murdered Fred Jinen Blay.
Former
he murdered Margot Doe
of Hotel
he
Africa.
He murdered a guy called Jerry Miller, chief accountant at Hotel Africa.
He murdered a guy to make all the songs.
Rawato.
Yeah.
Then he murdered. Now coming down now. They murdered Tecumseh Roberts. He murdered Shea Krishna, the philanthropist, the humanitarian. But I see Indian American woman, her butt, when you see her butt look juicy.
The one Liberia?
No, Shea Krishna, that we're going to try that, bro. American Indian, man. From California.
What you care for?
Oh, because he blood test.
So Blue and Pap.
Hold on. Yeah.
At Stockton Creek. Let's go. No, you mean some more boy there? Oh, I'm telling you,
Cypher Papi.
Everett Scott.
Eric Scott, you murdered.
When he remember he briefly went to Fender. Yeah. Fender Coco.
Louisiana.
Eric Scott.
Everywhere he go, he murdered people.
And he stood in Eric Scott
and the
wedding.
people he knew, he executed.
That's the point.
The people here say, oh, DJ Blue here. Then when you go there, Prince Johnson say, oh, okay, I know you. He will lecture with you for the one he did to people about the people cooking how he
Tillman Gardner.
People cooked rough greens that day. They cooked rough greens for him.
Nobody green.
Kill him, man.
Tillman Momolu Gardner.
He killed the man, killed the
man family.
Yeah.
Tillman Momolu Gardner.
Blue.
Then listen.
Not only did he
sorry.
This war and economic, you know,
whenever you look on?
I concur with the parable that say when Bobby ready to die,
they don't hear whistle.
Can't hear whistle sound. Yeah.
But the point is, not only did he murder those people, there was also extortion. There was also destruction of
extortion at Firestone.
Yeah. And there was also rape. There was also a time when he torture. You look at you say, oh, they beat that boy, like get your spirit or someone.
Grandson, you hear the bad one and someone there minute, They eat walk around court, then they will carry them.
So Blue, why would you not be why would you not be afraid?
But I hear you, so many men get trouble. They charge you for extortion, then they charge you for murder. So you go to walk around court, you sit down there small. You gotta go to extortion.
Yeah, extortion, massacre, destruction of property, forced labor, forced recruitment, assault, extortion.
Stroke will be too much.
Extortion, you look at people cheering and yet and you say can't go take put on their shoulder.
No, but I want to have plenty. Oh, that especially
you
number 4.
Great people with me.
Now you talk about Grula Kasaka, for example. In number 4, where you talk about the two brothers, Jean Azegoma. Before you talk about men like you talk about men like Isebo. Before you talk about men like Pazai, Oruga. You see the Nina Gori? Don't put Nina even on the lady. The Eastern never came. But all of them fall on a charger or charger of feeling for all of them again.
So the fact of the matter, is
Pazai. You let Pazai.
He asked a question.
He had a heavy attack of syphilis. Yeah, he died with syphilis.
Yeah, he asked a question from the beginning. Why will people like Prince Johnson worry themselves when they talk about the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court? It is, for me, from my point, it is because Prince Johnson is aware of the many atrocities that he, as a leader of the INPFL, committed
anything a unit does, the commander responsible.
There's something they call conscience.
They don't have to say that.
There's something they call conscience. You know what he did.
Anything a unit does, the commander is responsible.
Exactly. You know what he did. So why were you saying when they talk, you already know what he did, Wiko? You know he did what the people are coming from.
Let me hold the pops there. And enough of Prince Johnson. Let's talk about the senator from Grand Judah County.
Who?
You know who?
Tomo Yaya Nimle.
Tomo Yaya Nimle, pa.
Okay, so Tomo Nimle Yaya. Yeah. Tomo Nimle Yaya. You know, there's one thing I tell people. I tell people in that burial, and one day you even Tomo Nimle Yaya Lord, Liberian United for Reconciliation and what? Democracy or something.
I know.
Lord, eh?
Yeah.
Lord and model that is seen fashion.
Movement for democracy in Liberia.
Lord and model that is seen fashion. Lord created the model arm to be an extra pressure group on the government of Liberia under the regime of Charles Gange Taylor. You understand me? If you notice, Lord and model never battled from 1998 to 2003. Lord and model never facing each other. They were always on separate fronts. But are you getting me?
So you mean I've seen people?
But I Lord and model have seen people. Nowhere Lord and model went. Nowhere model and Lord went. No. Tomo Nimle Yaya, Bobley, a Jew boy. What the guy named who been in the kid or the boy in Magibi? Wait a minute. Who was the Minister of Finance? He was not minister, but he was there.
You seen Kamara?
No, that Bunny guy. But me go what I got in what other boy dive or lamp in it. In Magibi. Child Bunny. I need. So I need a guy, amen.
I think you're in the legislature, right?
No, he was the finance ministry. There was some other there, some people there.
The mayor,
people die
in Magibi in the Farmington River.
Thank you. Yeah, you remember.
They call him.
Grandpa,
just go ahead, I'll get in it.
Yeah, but you see, so all the guys, they were tell you to be straight with you. They were with Lord. They were Lord people. Lord created model as a splinter group to pressure Taylor. Now they needed Taylor to be under pressure because they know Taylor is a guy who operates better under pressure. So they used this particular group, the Breakaway, created a different nomenclature so that even in terms of a peacekeeping force, a peace talk, there will be more stakeholders. Then the pressure will be on Taylor to resign. And they were successful.
Any woman on the list there?
Yeah, they got plenty.
Yeah, Martina Johnson there.
Ruth Milton there.
Ruth Attila Milton. I remember when she had a base in Flour Mill. When LPC took over Grand Basso, she had a base in Flour Mill. The whole row from Basso straight to Duo. That whole row had landmine. You know how many people die on that row? Landmine, they does the road now. They are going straight there all the way.
I think kill a lot of people.
All the way to Polokpa. Yeah. People die on that road. Yeah. Ruth Attila Milton. Yeah. Then you get the woman in there too.
Martina Johnson
there.
Yeah.
But the woman in there, the woman who Alice in there. Alice something.
Ruth is here.
Ruth Attila Milton there. Yeah. But how about job bullet on the web? Well, we are the cover red on in there.
No, I see.
Oh, we are the cover red. Like the mother of a beautiful woman ever.
I see.
How was that man?
Marco Davis there?
Yeah, yes. He's there.
Okay, you call a nickname for me?
Sonny got there, bro.
Okay.
Young killer.
Pops.
Bazai there. As a Goman there. As a Goma. Kasaka.
Yeah.
Yes, as a Goman in Harubi there.
Yeah.
Hot water sample now, man. 8:39. Yeah, we're at the 9:30. Okay, give you today's start. Let me just tell you, this is not a recorded program. It's Thursday, the 18th of April, 2024, and we thought to bring our people.
Friend Tower. He's talking shit.
Yeah, today.
April 18th, as they're trying. Friend Tower.
Oh, wow.
Friend Tower. David Franklin knew.
Right.
And one other person.
So we can do that at from the 9 o'clock hour, right?
Yeah, we'll continue.
Let me do this. Let me get some callers. Let me get some callers. Pop.
I want to say something very quickly.
Right.
We don't call up.
Quick.
Yeah.
Quick. I mean, come on.
They don't come, Pop.
Brian, what the hell going on in the 10th district? I don't hear from you. What going on in District 17, brother? What going on? Give me a brief report, or else, brother, I will